There was alcohol sold there, which is a violation of state statute without a license. There was marijuana on premises because I walked around and I could smell it prevalently. I've been doing this for 38 years. I know what pot smells like. Loud music. I listen to it all day from my house. I live 6/10 of a mile from Bowie Park. But I said 7 o'clock, they're supposed to be over with, I'll address it then. 7 o'clock, I said my guys around there, they're pretty much told that they're going to do what they want to do. So I come out of the house, went around there, called some more people out. Sheriff's Department sent me 4 deputies, FHP sent me 4 troopers, and Ag sent me 2 officers from the Ag station. We finally got it cleared out, but then it moved to a block party on Southwest 8th Court, which is illegal. It's a violation of statute. So we just got to figure out what we're going to do. I mean, I don't want this to be where we have to send officers out there and everybody enters the park, has to show coolers, and we check coolers like you do at stadiums. I just want people to do the right thing. Somebody's going to get hurt. I've dealt with this for years with a crab fest over there, and finally it got closed down because we had homicides. There's always problems at events like this, unorganized and unsanctioned events. And we need to address this before it gets out of hand. I asked Sheriff McCallum to come tonight and speak on this. He knows this as well as I do. What's going on? Sheriff, would like to say a few words?
I wasn't aware of the April 5th event, and I just learned more about it, but I did talk to Chief Anderson this morning and talked about our history over long many years, and I've had the opportunity to witness many crab fests over time, going back in the early 90s. It all started as a birthday party from a very well-known and very good lady in that community of East Williston, where the crab fest have occurred. And it started from her home and her yard, and over the years, over 30 plus years, it grew into what became known as Crab Fest along 318 along Levy County. Problem we had with that, there was no organizer of that. There was nobody to go to and talk to and took ownership of Crab Fest. So it put a really hindrance on us of being able to kind of get things under control. Unfortunately, in 2013, we had 5 shot, 1 killed. We couldn't even get to the body, we couldn't get to the injured. We had people stationed inside and outside. We couldn't get rescue units in. We had to actually load the injured on the back of a pickup truck and to try to move the crowds and get them out of the way because they had taken over the streets and taken over 318. Now, we had prepared for that, but we had not prepared to the extent that we had a lot of extra people. Since then, Crab Fest, from my take, has cost us probably well over $200,000 out of my budget, and not even including the cost for EMTs, emergency medical, for FHP, who we have mutual aids with. Had to bring in Marion County and FHP and other Alachua County somewhat to help us in that event. That event grew over the years to over 10,000 people coming in. They came in from New York, South Carolina, Alabama, a lot from Volusia County, Marion County, Alachua County, and our surrounding counties, all over the state, but out of state too. So a lot of that. What happened in 2013, it ended up with us with a huge major event. It involved victims from Volusia County. It involved a shooter from Marion County. We spent thousands and thousands of dollars doing that investigation all over this state and other places trying to locate witnesses. I say all this, but nobody here, and me as sheriff, you're not trying to keep any of our citizens from having fun. That's not what this is about, and that's not what I'm trying to indicate tonight. We want our citizens to have fun, and I see a lot of friends here in the room tonight that I've known most of their lives, matter of fact, and I respect them, and I respect what they're trying to do to have some fun and have a good time. But I want to tell you, and I will not utter anything, but what you will find is the people coming from around the state, Polk County, New York, Alabama, wherever they may come from, depending on how these events grow, they don't have any ownership in this community. They're going to come in, do whatever they want to do, or try to do it, and take off and go back home. Our local people, our local citizens in these communities are not the problem. It's what comes in as a result of that. You got people making money off of this. Williston, it was along a county road. Residents there were selling rights to their property for food trucks to come in, for souvenir trucks, for anything to come in. One family made a lot of money. A lot of families made a good bit of money, but one family made a lot of money over just parking. And so you're looking at something that occurred the last Saturday of April of every year that was going to also cut into some income of our local citizens and family. But when we had the event in 2013 and we had to up our presence, we tried to do it with as minimal amount of people as we could in 13, although we had a substantial amount, probably over 100, of law enforcement, medical, and everyone there combined to try to help with that situation. Because we knew the crowds were growing. Now 2014, because of what had happened in 2013, we had less of a crowd. A lot less people showed up for Crab Fest. But over the years, it started building back up. The only way that I was able, and I don't take a lot of credit for this, but I had to meet with our pastors, our citizens, and the citizens of Williston, and particularly this community where Crab Fest is occurring in. They did a buy-in. They said, we've had enough. We have had enough. So 2020, we had COVID, so it was called off. We didn't have it. But 2021, that was our last Crab Fest over there. And that's because of our pastors, our preachers, our citizens bought into the fact that they were tired of losing their folks in that community, being shot at. And we had another murder in between there in that part of the community since. We had people running around, young juveniles running around with guns during Crab Fest and those kind of things. So it's a serious event, and if you're going to bring in, again, I cannot reiterate enough, it's not our local citizens, but it's what that comes and shows up when this is advertised. And trust me, there is a lifeline through social media and hidden from social media that advertises what's going on, where it's intended locally to be a birthday party or just a get-together or whatever. That news travels, and that's how people from out of state show up, how people from all over the state show up. So all I'm saying, is you got to plan for this. If you're going to have these kind of events and it starts here, the thing about Williston is the fact that it's close to Gainesville, it's close to Marion County, it's close to those, so they bring in a lot of folks. I never thought we would see anything that the chief's indicating may turn into a mini Crab Fest or Crab Fest over here, because it's a greater distance. It's a lot further from Gainesville and those areas than it is to Williston. But you've got to plan for this. It's going to cost you money. You can say all you want to. There's folks that are going to be making some money off of this when they do come. But it's going to be the burden on all of us, our sheriff's office and your police department especially. You better plan for it in your budgets if this is going to occur. And again, that's what I wanted to, once the chief called me and just wanted to kind of an update on Crab Fest. We have not had that. Do we have a pop-up party for birthdays or something? It is, but it's on private land. It's private land. They have music. We monitor it, we work with them. If the music gets too loud, we go to them, cut it down. The problem is, even after those events occur, then just like what the chief was saying here, they move to some other place. And that puts a burden on us, even now this day and time. But we have per se conquered this problem, but it took the community coming together. It took the Gussie boat rights. It took the pastors in Williston to say, in their congregations to say, we've had enough. Now, are we there yet here? No, we've not had that, thankfully. But you better plan for it, because you cannot control these folks that are coming from other places. And again, they're not part of your community, not part of this community. They're going to come do their damage, run off. A few people will make some money out of it, but then they'll run off, and it's going to be very costly if and when something goes bad. And my experience is, sooner or later, it will happen. Now, your family, birthday parties, those kind of things, we can handle that. But when you get thousands of people coming in, and trust me, that will happen. That will happen over time, because the word will spread that here we got a certain event going on in Chief on a certain Saturday. And then what happened to us on Crab Fest, it started on Friday nights, because everybody started coming in early and having their parties. And so forth, even prior to the actual Crab Fest day. But I just wanted, the chief asked me to come. That's my take on what's going on, and I can only speak from the experience over many, many years where this all started as a birthday party. And even after it moved out on the right-of-ways and so forth, it was still calm for most years. But then, again, the more bands that got involved. We even had a situation where people were getting scammed. They were driving from out of state here because somebody online was selling concert tickets to the Crab Fest.